Well, hey there, everybody. I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. My week's off to a good start. It's Monday morning around 11:30, and I've had gotten some errands done, and yeah, just diving straight into the day. So let's get to it. Today, I want to talk about satisfying your sweet tooth on a raw vegan plant-based diet. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you are not already subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate if you go down there and hit that red subscribe button now, then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Yeah, why does people hate Monday, man? Monday's a new beginning. It's a beautiful day out there, just good to be alive, good to be alive. Don't be hating on those Mondays. I made some more of those sweet rolls yesterday, with the bananas and the dates and what have you, and I was, they are just so good this morning. And I've shared these a few times in different places on social media and what have you, and I watch it, and this is as much for the non-raw people as for the raw people, but I really don't get going out there, number one, if this lifestyle diet doesn't satisfy your sweet tooth, well, I don't know what does. I'm constantly satisfying my sweet tooth on this. And yes, I know everybody, oh, that's too much sugar. That's, other than protein and stuff, that's probably one of the #1 comments I hear on Instagram. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get that BS out of the way soon and get one of those little kits and test my blood sugar. Because I'm okay. I'm okay. Listen, you do what you got to do. One thing I always notice, and here's a little bonus that you can always that I always use to evaluate people. You can always tell by a person's behavior and their disposition what their diet is, or if their diet is right for them, because sugar's one of those issues where people every once in a while I don't usually see them on mine. I don't get enough negative comments, but every once in a while somebody will come in and and they'll go nuts. And I see this on other people's social media a lot. They're so angry when you're talking about sugar. I'm like, look, you're going in the right, like, I dismiss people right off the bat like that. Like, there's nothing about talking about food that should make you angry. There's nothing about talking about food that should get you that emotionally upset. Look at people's emotional demeanors. And especially these people you're following. You follow a lot of people out there. I see a lot of people being followed out there and looked up to that their emotions are a mess. And I think that has to do with their diet. And a lot of it, I think, is even a lot of raw vegans, whatever, are eating a lot of processed sugar. And there's really no reason to. As I was mentioning, I can't remember if I said this in a video on YouTube yesterday, or if it was something I said on Instagram. But, good food is good food. And the sweets, more than anything else, imitate what we were used to more than anything else, like the ice cream. For the life of me, I don't understand why people get so excited, even if you're not raw, even if you're not, super duper worried about the ingredients and all that. Like, if it just cost-wise, why do you go buy that expensive vegan ice cream in the stores? I don't know if, does Ben and Jerry's have that? I know they got some cool flavors, but you can do a lot on your own. I mean, I just had some chocolate chip ice cream, and ice cream is one of the things right there. Ice cream is hands down, to me, and I ate a lot of ice cream in my life, a lot of ice cream, and hands down, I mean, even if poof, tomorrow, they were equal and they were both equally healthy, I'd still eat the ice cream. It's just good. It's good. So why would you go out there and spend money and also get, other ingredients that you don't necessarily have to have? And there's so many treats that you can do with that. These cinnamon rolls are like freaking next level. I mean, they're like crack. As soon as you put them in your mouth, they just like explode. You got to follow me on Instagram for me to share that one with you, because that's somebody that shared a recipe with me. People get a little touchy sometimes, but you can blow me. I don't give a look. But there's people out there that do recipe books. I respect that. You get mad at me because I'm just talking about a food I made and I don't share somebody else's recipe. Well, that's your problem. I don't really. That's not for me to really worry about. But if you're always willing to make a couple of clicks, just go find me on Instagram, and I tag her all the time over there, and I'm going to definitely be promoting her recipe books when they come out. She's got a good, I feel like she's got a good dehydrator book coming out, because she's answered a lot of questions for me. But man, there is tons of stuff out there. There's no reason anybody on this lifestyle should ever like worry about sweets. And I still hear people talking about sweet tooths. I hear people talking about having a sweet tooth in vegan and in raw vegan groups. And I'm like, man, we got so much. I mean, you know, I like my ice cream, but this is pure sugar right here. I mean, this makes my heart sing. I love the mangoes. So, I mean, on this diet, sugar is definitely not an issue. Not an issue for me. Now, you know, there's another one too. People still, they come to this lifestyle and they're still afraid of the sugar. That's the, like I say, that's the main comment I get all the time. Well, that's too much sugar. That's a lot of sugar. That's all good. To me, your blood sugar is too high. Your blood sugar is too high. To me, I just keep it simple. And I know I'm not going. There's a lot smarter people out there that can do the explanation on that kind of stuff. But high blood sugar is mostly a fat issue. As long as I'm not, like, you know, eating a ton of fat. And you know, maybe, who knows? Now, I'm not I'm not an expert on this stuff, and I'm not a doctor, and I'm not even what am I trying to say? A natural doctor. I have no credentials. I'm just kind of going by what I feel. But I mean, you know, I can tell when I'm eating certain things that you know, by my level of energy, by my steady level of energy. Now, while I'm talking about it, let me just dip away for a second and show you what I was having for breakfast this morning, which kind of sparked me doing this video. For once, I was thinking ahead this morning. That's a rare occurrence. Usually it's always like, man, I should have done this. Man, I should have done that. So as I'm shooting this, I'm not sure exactly where this is going to fit into the video. I know what video I'm doing today, but I just wanted to show you this. Listen, this is as good as it gets. I'm not going to lie to you when it comes to this raw vegan food. There are some substitutes out there I've seen, like, you know, mock this and mock that, and they're not really as good as the real thing. It is what it is. Now, I don't eat the real thing when it has animal products or certain processed stuff in there, but I still know with my taste buds it doesn't taste like the real thing. With some of these sweets, it would be crazy to not have the good stuff, because it tastes, to me, I'm sorry, I've eaten a lot of junk in my life. I like a lot of junk, and this is as good as that stuff. Man, I got a plate of cinnamon. Oh, and this is for breakfast, too. Now, I don't do this every day. I usually have my juice in the morning, and somebody will be freaking out, oh, that's too much sugar. And I'm probably not going to eat everything here, but I just dehydrated these. These got ready last night, cinnamon rolls. Go check it out on Instagram. I got a friend that gave me this recipe. It's a real simple little recipe. And I'm having some leftover chocolate chip and ice cream with it. Now I hear all the heads saying, sugar, 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 too much sugar, 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 sugar. Listen, I process this sugar. It does not affect me. You know, everybody that gets into the whole sugar thing, it's more of a fat issue than it is sugar issue. I mean, I can tell your body, you can feel these things. You don't have to think about it in your head. When I used to eat a lot of processed sugar, there was that up and down. There was like that jittery kind of energy, and then the crash. On this, I don't get that crash. I have just kind of a steady line of energy all the time. So if it's too much sugar, c'est la vie. I'll have too much sugar. But you know me, I'm senile. I hope I didn't repeat any things, because that little segment of when I had the breakfast was done first thing this morning, and this is like 4 or 5 hours later. And you guys know I'm officially a senior citizen in less than a month now. The countdown has begun. I'll be 55. Ready for my senior citizen card, ready for my discounts. I've got a spare walking cane in the closet I'm going to start using, and I'm going to embrace the golden years. But yeah, I mean, and that's why I'm so senile and I forget. Sometimes I'll say the same thing twice. But seriously, on this sugar thing, there's so many options out there. And I know one size doesn't fit all. One thing I never even touch on, I know it can be done, but people ask me about diabetes. I don't know about diabetes. When diabetics come to this lifestyle, whether they're type 2 or type 1, the only thing I will tell you on that is because I don't know if there's special precautions, if you can eat anything, or if there's a special protocol you have to do. But I have talked to, personally, a number of people. I talked to one person for long conversations at Woodstock who just kind of really didn't even put that much effort in reverse type 2. Obviously, they may not have been, they may not have been all that diabetic, or I guess there's levels of diabetes, or whatever their blood sugar numbers were. And I've even got somebody, I haven't been seeing them lately, they don't post as much, there's a type 1 diabetic on Instagram. So that's what I'm getting at with the blood sugar. It can be done. You can do this lifestyle. No, this lifestyle isn't going to make you diabetic, but I don't give any advice on that. I refer people to find somebody that's doing this lifestyle that is diabetic and has had success with it. Always look for true experts, and true experts are people that have actually lived what you're looking for. So yeah, don't be afraid of the sugar and embrace it. And it's like, this is just like a kid's lifestyle to me. I probably am not serious enough about it. I probably do go a little too hard on the nice cream at times, and I'd love to be eating more greens, more salads. It's just where I am. But I don't have blood sugar issues. Yes, okay, I can't say that officially until I actually prick my finger and do it, but I'm sorry, I just know my body well enough, and I know what it feels like to be jacked up on sugar, on artificial sugar, on processed sugar. I know that up and down, and I don't get that up and down. I don't get it. So embrace the sugar on this lifestyle, or if not, find what works for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.